are we not just all so lucky that I am the best Skyrim player ever, and Skyrim also happens to have the greatest soundtrack in the history of soundtracks, I would say. It's up there with Lord of the Rings, there's a couple others, but I would say it's one of the greatest of all time. And being the greatest Skyrim player of all time, self-appointed of course, I am going to be taking the most difficult challenge that I've ever taken in this game, and I'll be explaining it during this ridiculously long and repetitive opening cutscene that I've seen about 60,000 times because I've played it so many times. This game probably is the second most playing time that I've ever done next to RuneScape. So I'm going to be starting a Dagger only legendary Ironman in Skyrim, and I'm gonna beat the game and do everything that you can do. So first things first, I was thinking about doing Iron Dagger only, but I decided to change it up a little bit. I think there should be some sort of progression there, whether it's after every dragon I kill I can go up a tier, or whether it is something else that we can figure out throughout the way. I'm not going to kill a dragon for a very long time because it's going to be very difficult to kill a dragon in the beginning. I'll be able to level up my dagger to a different type of dagger. We've got some people fighting in the back here. That's Ulfric Stormcloak. These are a couple of lads that have, that guy's a thief, and that guy's just another lad. And then secondly, I'm going to be doing it on Legendary, which is obviously the hardest one, the hardest setting. So I will get smacked by just about everything. And along with that, I will not be using a follower. So I can't take Lydia. I can't have somebody else that I find and I can pay to follow me. I will be allowing myself to use like summon, like in RuneScape, like summoner creatures to be with me if I summon them myself. But somebody who is a person like a Lydia or a Housecarl, I can't have them with me at all. Thirdly, I'm going to be doing the Ironman challenge in here as well, which means I'll pretty much be abiding by RuneScape's rules, but I will be viewing merchants and traders as other players in the game. So I will not be allowed to buy or sell anything to them. To buy a house, which I can buy a house in this game, I will have to make all the money myself somehow, whether it's from looting or who knows. That's what I'll be doing for that. As far as mods go, I have put I think there's 24 mods in total on this. Over half of them are graphics mods, so the lighting looks a lot nicer. Every single town is spruced up a whole lot more. There is the waters look a whole lot nicer. There's a couple others that have to do with just the graphics. I think I changed the interfaces so they're a lot easier to use. There are 5 or so mods that help me in the game. One of them, it's like a smithing mod. It helps me I can reverse engineer armor. So if I get an iron plate or something like that, I can turn it into iron ingots because I am an Iron Man. I need a little bit of help, or else I'd be looking for mining forever, which is just not reasonable in the game. I have like an auto pickup for alchemy ingredients, which I think is fine. I think I also have a mod that gives me a little bit more, so if I pick like a fungus, I might get 2 or 3 fungi rather than 1 mushroom, so that's just a little bit of a help there. I did install a mod that will allow me to get Slayer contracts, so that'll be cool. I'll be allowed to go around, kill some stuff. And then I also put on a looting mod that gives me loot closer to my specific play type, which will be obviously dagger, sneaking, stuff like that. So but that won't change anything majorly at all. So that's pretty much for the game setup. As far as how I'm going to tackle this game, I'm thinking for the good majority of it, good short bit of it, at least in the beginning, I'm going to have to go the heavy armor route. I'm going to have to use a shield. This boy is about to get murked by some rangers up in here. Bye-bye. He dies differently every single time. It amazes me. Ooh, that's me. Okay. Who are you? I'll be back. Alright, I am done designing my orc. I will explain why I'm going with an orc momentarily. Of course, his name is Chungus. I made him look quite Lord of the Ringsian, like the Uruk-hai with the face, hand on the face type deal. So I made him an orc because orcs have a special power, whereas they can. It's like each race has a special power. His special power has him output double the damage and take half of it. So it's halved. He doubles damage and takes half of what he would. So that's going to help me a whole heck of a lot, especially early game. And here is where, oh no, I'm going to get beheaded. Oh wait, no, I'm not quite going to get beheaded yet. I'm just going to watch this cutscene until it's done. This is where I go. They're not even going to move the dead body right there? Is it still there when I go down? I never checked that out before. Let's see if there's still a dead body. Oh yeah, he's just chilling right there. Oh no, I'm gonna get my head chopped off. It's the beginning of the game. At the end, oh no. Oh, well, there's Alduin. And it's gone. So, now you can choose to go into this keep or this keep. One of them is with an Imperial, one is with a Stormcloak. I am gonna go in on this side, which is the red side, because his uncle is a smith and I'll get a lot of good stuff from him, opposed to the other one whose aunt does nothing and she's useless.
Was that really a dragon?
Yes, it was really a dragon. Hot bear. I can't get a dagger for a little bit, so I'm just gonna beat people to death with my fists, because I do not want to ruin the integrity of the game. Oh, one other thing I did add was a silver left ring, because there's a right silver ring, or there's a silver ring which goes on your right hand, but there's no left ring. Obviously you have two hands, so you should be able to theoretically use two rings, so that's another small mod which will be quite useful for me once I get my enchanting up. Oh, one other quick thing that I would like to talk about. What am I counting as dagger only? So I am counting dagger only as the only way that I can output damage to other people is via a dagger and or anything that I make on my own. So destruction, spells, archery, long swords, battle axes, obviously all of that is out of the picture. But if I have a summoning creature through conjuration, or I somehow hurt somebody through alteration or something like that, support spells, stuff like that, totally and completely, yeah, that's totally allowed. If it is via enchanting and I put an enchantment on a dagger, ooh, oh my, yeah. You just got like suplex or something. If I put like an enchantment on a dagger for fire, that's totally okay as well. Cabbages? Looks like I'm gonna start a collection. Alright, here is where I can finally get, don't mind me, I'm gonna get my first weapon of choice, my Iron Dagger. Also gonna steal everything in here. So let's pop this bad mamma jamma on. There we go, got myself that Iron Dagger. Start whooping some fools up in here. The Stormcloak Soldier is going to be nothing in no time. You know what, you guys can take care of that. I'm going to get my shield as well for the time being. Although I was just given the task to go right to Hadvir's uncle, I am not. There's a couple things that I want to get out of the way first. One is one of the stones that I can unlock. See, 2 more Tapanilla added rather than 1, which is a nice little way to help me make things go a little bit faster, so I don't have to grind too hard. I definitely want to grind while I play. Oh my gosh, I'm over encumbered. So the first one is to go to these stones over here. There is a wizard's one, a magic one, a combat one, and a thieving one. while the thieving one would be quite useful for me, that is not the one I'm going to activate. I'm going to activate the Warrior Stone. It increases all my combat skills by 20%, meaning I'll learn them a whole lot faster. Pretty much the same thing for the Thief Stone. You learn all stealth skills 20% faster, and the Mage Stone 20% faster as well. The second thing I would like to unlock is this lady's house right here. This might be the first combat that we see. I'll have to see if I can take her on. I'm also completely planning on using a death counter too, every single time I die. So I haven't started it yet, but this might be the first time I will have to use it. So I'm going to save briefly, and then I'm going to allow her to kick my butt. Go away. Alright. She is tough. I'll use that. And I will use that. That. Okay, I might have to level up here to save my health, which is not what I want to do. I'll toss another one of those on. Yep, gonna have to level up. Almost. Yeah, also you will see that these are all absolutely wild. It's because I also put another mod on. Forgot to tell you about that one. It is where it makes the perk trees a whole lot better. Because they're kind of boring and half of them are useless. So obviously we're going to be up in the health here, and then it's got me back at 100 full. I probably could have gone without it. I just needed to hit her one more time to get her down. There's a steel dagger. Don't really need it. Yeah, I would have a bounty, but I don't because... Ooh, 3 cabbages. Wow, I'm rolling in the hay. And this is the primary reason I'm here. She has a nice little cellar. It's got some goodies inside. Not really a whole lot, though. So we'll just pop down here real quickly, see what we can grab. And then we'll be on our way to our third and final location before going to Hadvir's uncle. Another little iron dagger action up in there. I'm over encumbered again. If you read this, you'll find out about how evil she is. I don't care about reading it. You could pause it if you wanted to. Ooh, paralysis potion. That's actually going to be very useful. Alright, last but not least, there's Bleak Falls Barrow. I'm going to glitch my way up the mountain, unlock it, so that when the next time I have to travel there, which is probably going to be my first mission, I don't have to go all the way around. I can just do the quick travel there. So there's a nice little tip for you as well. And there it is unlocked, and we run away immediately because there are quite a few bandits that want me dead. So I'm going to book it. What have I stumbled upon here? A treasure hunter? I've literally never encountered one of these before in my life. Here, a great sword, which I will not be taking. A treasure hunter note, which I will be, and a couple other goodies. Okay, we finally arrived with Alvor. What is going on with your plate, kiddo? Yeah. Alright, let's talk to him.
Every day we get visitors in Riverwood.
Yeah, can I use your forge? Blah, 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 blah. Do you have any supply? I mean, I don't want to ask him right away. Alright, and then he makes me take every single thing that he owns, which I don't need. Alright, and here's Alvor telling us our first mission that we must go to do. Speak with the Jarl of Whiterun, and that is where we are going to end it. Well, thank you all for getting through this horribly boring yet necessary introduction video. I figured I'd just get through this, make it so that everybody's pretty clear on the rules. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. I really look forward to this series because it's definitely the hardest thing I have ever done in this game, and I know I'm going to absolutely crush it. I'm going to use a lot of different tactics that most people might not think about, and I'm really excited to get started. Please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do whatever. Feel free to follow my Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. I do plan on going live with Skyrim content pretty shortly because it is the game that I'm probably the most comfortable with at this rate. And I know I'll be able to live stream it really, really well, better than any other game that I would be playing. So thanks. Look forward to it. And this is probably one of the series that I'm most excited about. So let's get started.